If this video can get 100 likes within 1 hour, we're giving away $25 worth of crypto. All that you have to do to enter this giveaway is press the like button right now, comment something down below, and have the notification bell on. We're actually going to double that $25 to $50 if this video also hits 500 likes within 1 day. So make sure you go ahead and press the like button right now. Today, we're going to be talking about Ripple, XRP, and Tron TRX. We have quite a couple of cool articles, cool tweets open here, and I think I can give you guys a good little episode today. Twitter has said, stop Ripple XRP dumping. The petition to stop Ripple's XRP dumping has been started by trader Crypto BitLord, and it recommends that Ripple no longer release its supply of XRP onto the crypto market, suggesting that this will lead to a pump like the good old days, or the good old days. Yeah. Now, I already explained the whole situation in my previous video about XRP, Stellar, and VeChain, so if you really want to go more in depth on the situation and want some explanations on why he said this, what's been going on, what's already happening, all of that, make sure you go ahead and check that video out because in there I'll explain it in a very good fashion for you. But I thought I should just quickly readdress it because a lot of people, you guys skipped that video out because the title and the thumbnail look like it's only a Stellar/VeChain video. Also guys, before I forget to mention, make sure you go ahead and check out my second channel called Dusty Finance. I post traditional finance types of videos on here. I put a lot of effort into making all of these, so I recommend you guys all to go ahead and check them out. They're pretty cool, so make sure you go ahead and do that right this second. First tweet of today from Zenpay. It says, guess who's teamed up with Ripple for faster, cheaper payments to Nigeria? Yes, Zenpay has. Speed increase. Low cost, yes. Security, on point. Zenpay makes it easy to send money to friends and family back home. Fair, fast, safe global money transfers runs on Ripple. So yes, it's again pretty awesome. And we're assuming that it's X-current. I actually don't know too much about the situation quite yet. I don't think there's any articles attached or written surrounding it. But I'm assuming it's just X-current 4.0 as of right now. People were asking, like, are you going to use XRP? But I don't think they gave an answer just quite yet. Maybe we'll see in a couple of hours. But for right now, this is all that we know. We know that they're working on Ripple or with Ripple. But I think they would have also said XRapid or XRP in the tweet if they were going to use XRapid. Again, I don't really know what Zenpay is too much. It's an online money transfer platform, but I've personally never used it before. But since we know Nigeria is a very big remittance country, I think this is a very cool thing for them to do, and I'll personally go ahead and use it for you guys, just so you guys can see it once. But I'll just try to find out how Zenpay works, and I'll just try it once to see, right, when they're all done and finished. XRP Yoda on Twitter said, 30 days around 30 cents. How's that for price stability, Joel Katz? Again, actually going at David Swartz. He said afterwards, price stability algorithm test complete, setting it to $100, beep, boop, boop, boom, or a beep, boop, boom. And then there's like a desert gif of like, like the tumbleweed just, rolling normally. But somebody says, I kept waiting for something to happen. You got me. Like XPL explains that again. Sounds familiar. But yeah, so why he says this most likely is because there have been a couple of tweets surrounding the crypto space saying that XRP needs some price stability. XRP is not stable. Banks would rather have some stable coins, yada, 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 all of that complaining that they're always doing. But XRP Yoda is making kind of a joke out of that. He says, 30 days at around 30 cents. How's that for price stability? And now, since we tested, again, kind of as a joke, the price stability algorithm has been tested. Now they're setting the price target to $100 to keep it stable at that point. And that's, again, what Joel Katz is going to do right now because he's a genius. He can do that. That's just a joke. Strong Hodl says on Twitter, yesterday, I managed to inadvertently get a good friend of mine into XRP. He had to send me a payment for $431, but the fees were a whopping $55. I'm thinking that's right here. You can see the transfer amount was $431, and the transfer fees were $45. In total, it will cost him $47.6 or $476 to send $421. That's, again, pretty stupid, pretty crazy. I guided him through creating an account on an exchange and sending me XRP. My friend is now a crypto fan and a fierce XRP advocate. And again, you can see here that he got sent almost 1,350 XRP from supposedly his friend. Again, we don't know if any of this is true, but we're just assuming it is because why would he lie about that? And even if it's not true, it's pretty obvious what the case is here. Because again, by using or utilizing XRP, you're making everything a lot simpler for yourself. Again, even if this was not only dollar to dollar, but dollar to peso or dollar to euro, it would have been so easy just to utilize XRP through this whole process. It's so simple. Now, somebody said in the comment section here, he lost 10% from purchasing fees. I tried purchasing XRP with credit card, I get a higher price, plus 10% fee. With bank transfer, there's a flat fee of $25, so for me, it's still cheaper to send direct bank deposit. And then Strongholder replied, he said, nope, he lost 3.2% buying with credit card at the exchange, and I got the money right away instantly. So there's 2 points to add here. First of all, if you're actually trying to send money to your friend that lives close to you, right, and you want to send from bank to bank, at least in the Netherlands here, it's free, right? You could just send it, it's free, it will take 1 second, maybe 3 seconds or whatever, it's almost instant. And if you want to send it from one bank to the other one, it's either almost instant or it's the next day, just depends, but again, it's free. Now, then in those circumstances, those cases, I would actually not recommend to use XRP because you're making it cumbersome for yourself and you're actually creating some additional fees. But if, for example, I have to send money from one of my foreign bank accounts to my normal one, it's going to take me about 3 days. So in the end, it's going to be like, I think it's a 5% fee or something like that I have to pay then. So again, if you're comparing it then at that point, then yes, it might be better to use XRP, but really it's more so about the time that it takes. It's more so about the effort. It's more so about, of course, the speed as well. Because in the easiest theory here, for some people, it's definitely not worth it to buy XRP to transfer, right? Because for some people, there's such a high entry boundary because you have to verify yourself on an exchange. If you want to do Coinbase or something, it might take a couple of weeks before they verify you, for example. Maybe you have another exchange that does it instantly, could be. Then you have to deposit the money on there. And again, if you're doing bank transfer, it might take some time before it is in there. And then you have to buy the XRP and then you can do anything that you want. Sometimes an exchange also takes some time to withdraw if there's no transfer available, for example. Again, it might be a much more complicated process than just sending the money around through the normal bank transfer, but it just depends a little bit. You got to check for yourself. The idea is there, though, that most of the time it is better to utilize XRP, and I'm really of the opinion as well that whenever you can, use it because it might help you out. This website, the XRP Daily, I think this is from Alex Cobb, yes, right? Ripple and Western Union, October 2019, Pay Expo panel discussion. So this is gonna hopefully be something big. Leonidas actually tweeted out earlier as well. Let me quickly go to his facts. Let's see if we can find it in his list right here. Okay, that was the stupidest thing I could have ever done. Yeah, I don't know when it was. So let's check it out here because it's already a very long time ago. Western Union CEO Hikmet Arsek speaking about Ripple and MoneyGram. Western Union is still testing Ripple, looking at Ripple and learning from Ripple. Look, hey, I'm open. Any cost savings, any innovation, I'm there. We can sign a deal tomorrow at Western Union. So recently, Western Union's biggest competitor MoneyGram announced moving forward using XRP in a very large way. And again, there's no real way out for Western Union here, as some people really ballsily claimed that MoneyGram only could have gotten into this partnership because their stock was doing so bad, so it was good for Ripple. But I think as well that by setting up this example from Ripple and MoneyGram, that Western Union kind of had no choice anymore but to adopt as well. If they don't, they're really going to be left behind in the competition as, MoneyGram is really going to pick up all the clients. At first, we might not see much of a difference because people who have been using Western Union for a while, they might not know MoneyGram is now so cheap, so quick. They might stay with Western Union for a while. At one point, though, they're going to notice this big shift, and yeah, they're going to be switching, logically speaking. XRapid Junkie said on Twitter, holding XP right now is like surviving long-ass drought. We are at a stage now where people start drinking their pee. Still bullish, but champagne about now would be a nice switch. And again, that's kind of how most of the people that I talk to feel about the project and about the whole sentiment, really. So XRP is really kind of a game where you're really just playing your cards, waiting for a high number to pop up, but you just keep playing cards. You're almost at the end of the deck, but you know those high cards are going to be popping out at one point or another. You're just playing more cards, putting more in. Eventually it'll pay off, but it's just a little bit of a waiting game right there, right? You can have a lot more other examples right there, but this is just one I could think of just on the spot right there. And what I'm also agreeing with again is that people are now already kind of starting to crawl back a little bit. They're kind of getting thirsty from all of this drought, and they're like, what do I do? I'm gonna drink my own pee. Then they're trying all they can to keep holding on, but it's quite hard. And I can understand for some people that this crypto sphere that we're witnessing right now is not the ideal situation. But hold on tight, guys, as with cryptocurrencies, our goal is really to see some very bullish times, to see some massive adoption. And again, those both actually go towards higher prices for crypto as well. So again, if you're a believer, then I recommend to just hold strong, get some thicker skin, and don't let yourself get frightened. Again, this is not financial advice though. If you find it necessary to get your money out of cryptos, do your thing, right? I'm not gonna tell you not to do that. It's all your own opinion. Petabas said on Twitter, XRP overtakes Bitcoin in performance, decentralization, transactions per day, and utility. Next step, market cap. And again, next step, market cap, that's a very difficult question or even thesis almost to kind of fight, because market cap, yeah, it is something that you can attach a lot of value to. It's something that you can really ignore, but it does, of course, show us the ranking, because that's how we rank cryptocurrencies in terms of market cap. That's what we just mostly do. What the issue is with this is that Bitcoin is now that much bigger than XRP. That's going to take a very long time for them to get there. And also, for XRP to really overtake Bitcoin, we need a Bitcoin run first, meaning dominance is going to go up, let's say to 80%, Bitcoin being at, let's say 350 billion, and then XRP is going to be running. But it's going to take some time for XRP to really pick up the pace, pick up the speed. So we're already talking a couple of weeks or months here that at least we're going to need for XRP to ever overtake Bitcoin. And if we're talking about this amount of time, it could also be that Bitcoin does not have its run yet in another couple of months, which is just going to extend again the whole process. And also, if we're logically speaking here, Bitcoin is a store of value. XRP is kind of a payment processor coin. Why would you hold that much XRP? Right now we're holding it for the price gains, but really on a general basis, there's no real need to hold an extreme amount of XRP. And with Bitcoin, really holding it for the sake of holding, for the sake of like having precious gold, like a gold metal. With XRP, it's more so like you're making your payments easier. And I would like to use XRP for daily things, everyday things, that maybe get paid in XRP, maybe spend everything in XRP. You know, if you want to buy some ice cream, you spend XRP, yada, yada, yada. But really to hold as a store of value, Bitcoin is a lot more appealing to a lot of people. And thus, I don't really know if XRP is really going to be overtaking Bitcoin on a shorter term. Again, longer term, we're going to speculate on that later as well, because there's a lot of theories I can think about on that perspective. Less than $1 million free USDT issued so far by Tron Foundation. Again, that's about Tron TRX. The Tron US dollar tethered situation was really quite popular a little while ago. But it's actually just deteriorating now over the last couple of weeks already, since first off we had the Tesla issue, then we had another low issue come by, the Warren Buffett launch came in, everything just came in the midst there, in between, making a lot of the focus go away from the USDT Tron. But USDT Tron and just Tron in general have been really pleased with how everything was going, because there's now less than $1 million free USDT issued so far by Tron Foundation. USDT adoption on Tron has been slow going, it seems, with just over $100 million of the roughly $2 billion stablecoins units circulating on it. And I think that's actually kind of a lot. Remember that time Justin Sun promised a loyal Tron fan a Tesla Model 3, but wound up awarding it to someone else? It's not fair to mention that without mentioning that Sun later did give the lucky winner his automobile, but only after community pressure led him to cave in. Again, he actually gave it to 2 people, right? Didn't he not? I have no idea. Again, I don't care either. The Sun and Tron effect darkens hope. Now, the Tron USDT partnership is live and well. Basically, the whole Tron network has expected a little bit of a stable coin in their wallet. Tweets from the period to tell the story. Right here. This isn't unreasonable. This is from earlier. Today, USDT was launched on Tron blockchain. USDT is issued by Tether on the Tron network based on TRC20 protocol. There will also be a total reward of 20 million USDT for 100 days. USDT will be fast, free, and smart. But this isn't unreasonable. Sun originally promised $20 million, but as usual, with anything great, the devil is in the details. Nope, no one will be receiving $20 million straight cash from his deal. First of all, you're not getting any USDT unless you already have some. And that's again where people got caught off guard. It is actually about switching your USDT that's on other networks over to Tron. First of all, you're not getting any USDT adoption on Tron has been slow going, it seems, with just over $100 million of the roughly $2 billion stablecoins units circulating on it. In the 23 days since it has started running the program, the Tron Foundation has issued less than $1 million in annualized bonuses, as they report in their own blog. Again, you can see a little bit more on that, but I just wanted to mention that it's not as fast-paced as some people had expected. You can see a little bit more on here. The amount of TRC-based USDT rewarded was 7.7 thousand, and the total transactions was 1,738 accounts received the reward. Yeah, that was it. Pretty cool. Tron's new Sun Network going live this week promises unlimited capacity, and this is what we're going to be talking about really quite soon, because I have quite a lot of things to tell you guys about this. They're supposed to be coming 100 times scalability because of all that Justin Sun is trying to achieve here with his crazy ideas, with his side nets and everything. Those little sunnies that he's trying to create. It's going to make everything a lot more scalable really quite soon. But again, I have done a pretty in-depth analysis on this whole subject, and we just now wanted to remind you guys that it's coming close here. Sun Network will be released August 10th. And a quick reminder for you guys. But that was it for this video. Hopefully you did enjoy, and hopefully I'll see you guys again in the next crypto video. Make sure you press the like button right now. Make sure you go ahead and check out my second channel, Dusty Finance. And make sure you go ahead and follow me on Twitter, TheDustyBC. And I'll see you guys again in another crypto video. Take care, everybody. Have a nice day. This is not financial advice.